True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are. Brené Brown. Welcome, and I'm so glad that you're here. Here we talk about personal development, relationships, and mental health, just to name a few. My name is Carmen, a registered counsellor who is passionate about coming alongside people. This podcast is designed to create a discussion and bring awareness around what matters most in life, and that includes you. The goal is that each episode will leave you feeling encouraged, equipped, and empowered so you can live your best life. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to another episode. How are you today? Both change and acceptance can be difficult. What do you think? Change takes us towards the unknown, and acceptance may highlight that sometimes there is nothing we can do to change a situation, and all that is left is acceptance. I have the privilege to help people do just that. It's no different for myself either. Just because I'm a counsellor, it doesn't mean that I get to get out of doing my own work. And today, I would like to share some of that work with you. This episode is shared from my heart to yours in hopes that you might come to peace with your identity if you haven't already done so. It's to understand third culture individuals and whether that is you or someone you know. Third culture individuals are people who were raised in a culture other than their parents or the culture of their country or nationality, and also live in a different environment during a significant part of their child development years. They typically are exposed to a greater volume and variety of cultural influences than those who grow up in one particular cultural setting. I am a third culture individual. I'm the daughter of Maltese migrants. My namesake is my maternal grandmother, whose name I carry so proudly, and I have come to appreciate its significance after years of it being uncommon for my generation, revealing the heritage I tried to hide. I have lived in Australia all my life, and for the first time in 2017, I journeyed to Malta. I wanted to get back to my roots and understand who I am firsthand. My parents left everything they ever knew, parents, siblings, culture, for a land with opportunity. Young and newly married, they packed all their belongings and left for Australia with only a few pounds in their pocket. They worked countless jobs to make ends meet and to set the foundation for their own family one day. From being homesick to being met with racist remarks by some, and despite all the challenges they encountered, they made Australia home. With a culture passed down through my family that existed within the home and Maltese community made up of family and friends, outside of these four walls, I was met with a different culture that I so desperately wanted to be a part of. I didn't understand where I had come from, and I didn't feel like I belonged. Confusing? You bet. I had wrestled with my identity and struggled with understanding what makes me who I am. It was not until I was able to consolidate the different aspects of who I am that I could embrace the cultural diversity that exists within myself. For me, it looks like appreciating the generations that have gone before, who had paved the way for me. Pavers that represent the survival of wars and famines, working the soil to make a living, making a house a home with pre-loved textiles. It's having the courage to navigate the Mediterranean waters and standing for freedom despite the consequences. It's accepting that I have two places that feel like home, even if they are oceans and time zones apart. I came to the realization I don't have to forfeit one culture to accept another. It's being proud of it all. On a finishing note, what did it take for you to accept who you are? Or maybe you are still on this journey. Either way, I wonder what good comes from not embracing our uniqueness. In my humble opinion, I think nothing, because it can be like we are fighting with ourselves and trying to change an unchangeable. I would love to hear from you and about your third culture experience. You can email me at info@carmendebono.com.au, or you can get in touch with me via my social platforms. So wishing you health and strength, and for the Maltese listeners, saha. So that's it for today's episode. As always, I'm grateful for the opportunity to come alongside you. If you know someone who might benefit from hearing this episode, why not share it with them? And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss an episode. For more content or to learn about the services I provide, head over to carmendebono.com.au, and I look forward to coming alongside you again next Wednesday.